Hey guys, welcome to our review of Ultraman Lube RB episode 8. As always, I'm your host from Stratos. Here with me today we have
Cinder Blaze
and Makotoa.
My dudes, welcome back. Yeah, we just got done watching this episode and it was enjoyable. Anytime with Aizen is a good time. And honestly, on paper, it really shouldn't be, and I don't understand why I like him so much. He's just great.
He is.
Yeah, and he's challenging the Ultramen for what seems like no real purpose outside of I really don't understand why he's doing this.
It's semantics in a sense, but it's also he says, I've been here for so long, and they just chose you losers. You don't have what it takes to be Ultraman. You're not heroes. His standards of what an Ultraman should be and what Ultramen maybe have been, I suppose. I don't know if this has some kind of lineage for previous Ultraman series or something that he's going off of or whatever, but he definitely seems to believe there's some kind of larger standard, and the fact that they're just kind of fooling around is not okay in his eyes.
I do feel like there's a bit of metatextual evidence, or just background that we're not too privy to, but it's also not that far-fetched to assume that most of these things are broad strokes what an Ultraman is.
Yep.
And I'm honestly very surprised at how interconnected this show is sort of with all the rest of them, because they sort of just name drop whatever Ultraman is convenient, and just if it happened in a thing, they'll say something about it. It's not wink wink, it's not wink wink nudge nudge. It's actual events have happened. The actual events of those Ultraman have happened, and it feels like a bigger interconnected universe. And they always have those crossover features and stuff, because they're all part of the same thing. So it's exciting to me to get to experience my first Ultraman, not just because it's Ultraman, but because I feel like outside looking in, they might be doing the shared universe correctly, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, it's really hard to really appreciate what they're doing with this universe if you haven't really watched the previous series. So, I'm coming in relatively fresh at the franchise. I'm just these guys are pretty neat. Yeah. This Makoto Aizen character is probably one of the best Toku characters I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
He sold it so hard.
Yeah. You said it yourself. I've never seen a character carry so hard in a Toku.
Even his henshin, he's making fun of the main character's henshin.
Yeah.
It makes it look really appealing.
Yeah. For sure.
And I don't know, because in this way, how they're doing the whole interconnected universe thing, man, that's a really funny yawning face. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't.
Oh man, it was a treat. What? Oh yeah. So it's odd to see the sort of flip side of that. If there is an interconnected universe, then you're not sort of caught up to everything, and I feel like there are pluses and minuses to having sort of interconnected storytelling.
I don't really get it, honestly, the interconnected part. I just see this is that character that has a name, and here he is, and he's got a specific look and a specific attack. This doesn't feel interconnected. Like, we don't have any reference to those people or events at all. It's just the image. It's just the gimmick, really. So I don't see all this interconnected stuff, to be honest. And that's something I was wanting to say, but you guys are just continuing on with this. But personally, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that they're referencing them at all, you know.
Yeah, but it's also like, something that like we haven't watched other series, so we don't know that it is.
But the thing is, like, those Ultramen, like, they're being name dropped so casually, and this isn't like a big event thing. Like, they are part of the gimmick, and it's not a big. They're not making a big to do out of it, you know. It's just a thing that is.
Well, it's weird that, like, they say that the origin for Ultraman is this meteor that hits Earth, and then these little things scattered everywhere. So it doesn't feel like...
for those two specifically.
Oh, well, yeah, but all of those different items had different Ultramen in them, you know? Mm-hmm. The different abilities. Those came from the meteor. They didn't just, you know, they weren't just placed there or whatever from previous Ultramen. This is all the origin we've gotten. We haven't gotten any kind of, like, hint or understanding that any of the other Ultraman discs have origins outside of this event.
Well, I mean, like, when they go into the Ultraman Navi, I feel like that's sort of like the introduction into, like, oh, hey, we used this. This is sort of a little bit of context for the character that we base the powers off of, you know? So
it doesn't feel like it's in the same universe as those people, though. I don't know.
Well, then, like the Makoto's thing specifically called out Ultraman Orb Origin, and then he turned into like the dark version of Ultraman Orb, and then they went into what are you doing? It looked like you were about to look something up.
Oh.
Okay. Well, like it. And then the Ultraman Navi, like, personally to me, I think there's stuff there, you know, that have something to do with all the rest of the series.
Yeah.
And the frequency with which, like, crossovers occur for them. Again, outside looking in, I assume that it's a thing that they just sort of do.
If you watch Ultraman regularly, let us know in the comments below what's going on. If any, whatever, you know, whichever way it might be. If you know, fill us in, please.
Yeah, keep it juicy.
What?
Wait, are you trying to end the show? I have the button right here. You can't end the show.
Oh, that was the joke, because he said, fill us in, and then I was like, keep it juicy.
I don't get it. Wait.
Usually we talk about comments before we're about to end the show.
Oh. Keep it juicy.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what the hell else to talk about.
It was fun watching them get beat up.
Okay. You were going off on a point that none of us